wonderful sweet baby. So today we're going to be talking about the Boyz II Men group star Wanya and his situation of him leaving his black wife for a wife that is more exotic looking. Now I'm going to break down this situation because the way that it was presented, it seemed more so like, let's just go after this man, because the way that he handled the situation was just distasteful. But I'm going to break down to you everything, and then you guys could be the judge of this entire situation on your own. So I got all this info from the neighborhood talk, and they were the ones that pretty much spotted all this out. So pretty much a fan decided to come forth and say, you know what will never sit right with me? Wanya Morris, which I don't even know if that's how to properly say his name, but that's how I'm going to say it. If you guys know how to say it because you guys know this man personally, then congratulations. So the person pretty much said, you know what will never sit right with me? Wanya Morris having 6 kids with that lady, naming them all after him, then he leaving her to marry that white lady. It's giving Brian McKnight. Now, I don't know if you guys have, heard me talk about Brian McKnight, but I do have a video on my page of me explaining the whole Brian McKnight situation. And with that Brian McKnight situation, he did indeed leave his family, and his estranged children are now actually dragging the F out of him because he doesn't pretty much, provide for them like he did for his new children that he has with his new wife. So not only is it, the mom of Brian McKnight's former relationship that's also kind of having issues, but it's also the children as well that are putting their input in as well. So over the course of time, people have now been in Wanya Morris's comments and pretty much, saying little jabs at him to pretty much make him feel bad about moving forward with his new family. So pretty much he posted a post, and you could see how long ago this post was. It was 214 weeks ago. So someone actually had the time to go through and scroll through his page and find these things, or even just to make a big fuss out of this, okay? Side note, the reason that I think that they're pretty much even bringing all this up is because these are his sons, and these are the sons that are pretty much going viral now, and they've got like a whole song that's out that pretty much people are singing, and the song's doing pretty well. So I think that because his sons are now, building their own success, people are now digging up things and going and trying to F with their dad. But I digress. Let's get back to him. So he pretty much said, I'll start this off by saying, you are the love of my life. Happy birthday, and thank you for helping me find happiness and become a better version of me. Someone then responded and said, y'all, this post is 4 years old. Y'all gotta relax. So then someone else says, so you left your black family and kids and did this and wonder why they blocked you. What the F is wrong with you, old heads, and thinking you can leave your blackness behind? And then added him. Someone then else responded with, slapping palms to the face emojis. Then after, they also dug up this post of him saying, happy birthday to my ambition. This is just the beginning of growing old together, with like an infinity symbol and a ring. And then it says, Daddy and Anella loves you. So then pretty much Wanya, whatever you say his name, he pretty much said, I am beyond proud of my children and all of their successes. They are destined for great things. I love them all, and a special thank you to my queen at the real, a special thank you to Queen at the real Mary J. Blige for your support and guidance to my offspring. Then somebody just had to say something and says, why didn't you tag WanMor though? And then he adds them and says, because I can't, I'm blocked. He then responds and said, I had to post from someone else's post. And then he says, this is my only way to show how proud I am. Since you have an opinion, maybe request that their mother or their mom unblock me. And once again, these are the boys. And literally all of them have the exact same name because that's what he decided to name them. So he wanted the mom to name them all the same thing. and she listened and did it. Which I guess, it all worked out because now they're a whole group. So, yeah. So here's my thoughts. I really truly think that women, especially the women of my race, need to stop getting upset that men go from dating what they are used to dating what they can actually acquire. There is nothing wrong with people saying, you know what, I've tried with these types of people for so long, and now I'm tired of doing that. Let me move on and move to something else. And I just feel like people are putting out the wrong connotation about this man because they're making it seem like after he had all these children, after he had, been with this woman, he just, stepped out and did something wild and outlandish. No, it seems like what ended up happening was, as two people that have had build a family and, have gone through so much, the two of them have literally grown apart and moved on for the better. Now people are going to very long ago posts and commenting extremely crazy things about this man and his character, which I think is just completely crazy. He wants to show support to his family, and I feel like just because he's not supporting his family via social media, because social media isn't the only way to communicate with your kids, you can actually call them on the phone, you can text them, you can email them. There are so many ways to do that. I think that just because people are not seeing him publicly do these things, they're assuming that now he's escaping his blackness and only focusing on the family that he has newly acquired. We have not heard anything from these four boys about their father and about his past. So I think right now, instead of taking away from these boys' moment and their new, acquired success that they've gained primarily off of just their talent, we should stop, engaging in trying to drag their dad and make it an issue. I honestly only truly see people do this with African American people or black people, people of, melanated colors. Because I have not once seen you guys go and drag up Taylor Swift's dad. I've not seen you guys drag up anybody else's dad that looks any other race except for black people. Leave him be with his new family. If this is who he wants to be with, let him be with her. Congratulations to these guys, WanMor, the group, because they have phenomenal voices. I did not even know they were as young as they were. I really thought that this was like some boy band group that was new, because when I first heard this song, I was like, wow, it gives like a very 90s feel. So for them to even have brought that back, congratulations to these guys. But that's my opinion. What's yours?